what's going on YouTube? Nassif here from Click, and today I'm be doing the full review of the Samsung Gear S2, Galaxy Gear S2, whatever you want to call it. And I know the smartwatch is about a year old, give or take, a little bit older than a year. But there's always people like me who are not looking to spend $400 or $500 on a smartwatch, other than the Apple Watch. We'll pretend that never happened. But yeah, I mean, most people don't want to spend that much on their phones, not spend that much on their watches. So I do these kind of budget reviews, last year reviews, so it is what it is. So I got the Gear S2 here, picked it up on eBay, brand new condition, blah blah blah. The usual stuff is about $140. So you're looking at a $140 smartwatch here that does everything that the Gear S3 does. So it is what it is. We'll get into it. First thing I want to talk about, guys, is the build. So the thing that annoys me the most is that you've given the almost dropped the watch. So you're giving the watch this awesome kind of like circular stainless steel build, and then you go and tack on these chimsy, crappy rubber watch bands. Like, really, you're charging your customers, when this thing was new, it's probably like $400, $300, $400. You're charging your customers that much, you're gonna give them shitty rubber bands like this. And I know the Gear S2 Classic or whatever was available, but that's even more expensive, and it's just ridiculous. So you'd think that they'd be able to hook you up with a little bit better watch bands, but it is what it is. Nothing biggest deal in the world. You can always switch it out, and you guys know my code there. You can always switch out the band. It's not the hugest deal in the world. So, oh my goodness. And that's another thing I don't like about this. And this is a problem no one else is going to have. But when you're trying to shoot a video here, your stupid passcode lock keeps coming on. So I'm actually going to turn it off for this video. Just give me 1 second, guys. Here we go. And this is kind of like a quick glance through. As you guys can see, the whole OS is very annoying when you have a passcode on. And here we go. Screen lock. Did I see screen lock? Yes, I did. It's all bezel based. So here, we'll enter the pin. There we go. None. Thank goodness. Jeez, finally. Now we can use this watch. So it's all bezel based. So if you guys can hear, I'll put this out to the mic here. So that clicking noise is actually the bezel that's rotating around. And I think it's a way more intuitive way to navigate your watch rather than swiping between pages. I mean, you still have the option to do it here, but it's not something I prefer to do. I'd rather keep my watch face clean and use that bezel to rotate around. Minimal taps. If I need to select something, then yes, you have to tap the screen. So if I want to go to settings, I can do that. But it's all bezel based. So all the scrolling and all that stuff's all bezel based here. You got the back button up here. You got your home button there. And it's pretty straightforward. I mean, there's nothing too confusing. Once you get used to the rotating bezel and all that stuff, it's pretty straightforward. So, I mean, in terms of the screen and all that stuff, it's whatever. I mean, it's not like a 5K AMOLED display or whatever. It's just a typical smartwatch display. You're not going to get blown away by it, and you're not going to be disappointed by it. It's just a screen. So it does the basic stuff. You can see it in low light. You can see it in bright light. It doesn't matter. It'll adjust the screen brightness for you. In terms of the OS, I already talked about. I love Tizen. Tizen is awesome. I think it is better than Apple Watch OS for sure. I think it's way more intuitive. It's just cooler. I mean, come on, it looks more James Bondy to sit there like this with your watch and rotating on. It's just awesome. It's James Bond style shit right there. With the Apple Watch, you've got like this little dainty screen and you're sitting there scrolling on. It's so whack. And I wish Apple would be able to kind of implement some sort of bezel navigation on the Apple Watch, because their home screen is a freaking mess. I hate using the Apple Watch home screen, so that's just something there. But yeah, I mean, in terms of I don't want to turn this into a Tizen versus Apple Watch OS, but I would pick Tizen over Apple Watch OS anytime. You can run this with Apple Watch or Apple Watch. You can run this on iPhones, but you get limited functionality. You lose S-Voice, you lose your ability to reply to text and all that stuff. Basically, it turns into a Pebble, which is, I mean, it's fine for me because I don't really use my smartwatches for anything else other than checking notifications, checking the time. If it's something to reply to, I'll pull out my phone and check. Other than that, not really. But yeah, it is what it is, guys. So also, I just want to show you guys in terms of the apps. Like, I mean, you got, if we head over, let's see what kind of apps we have here. Then we'll go to weather. And we'll pop into the weather app here if it wants to load up. Yes, no, maybe so. No? There we go. So yeah, so that's the weather app, and it's kind of funky. Like, you can kind of scroll through. If you need more information, you swipe down, and then you can use the bezel to rotate through. It'll tell you all the information you need. And it's just awesome. And every app is basically built for this kind of bezel type display here. So like if you go into CNN, I don't know if there's any. I've never used CNN before, but I played around with it when I first unboxed. So here you got your top stories. If you want to talk, we'll go into top stories here. We'll go in here for Wednesday, March 8th. And again, if you want to talk, if you want to, see what's up here, we got another Trump story. So we'll take a look at Trump and see what's good. So yeah, if you want to read the article, you just scroll the bezel. You get to pretty much like a synopsis of the article. If you want to read the whole thing, you gotta just quickly go back to the phone. Get a low battery low thing there. So we'll continue. All right, so I gotta make this video quick. I mean, in terms of battery life and stuff like that, it's fine. I mean, you'll get 1 day of usage. I don't think you'll be able to stretch to 2 days. But again, it is what it is. For me personally, I use my watch in the morning from 9 o'clock. I'll do my work day, whatever, 9 to 5, come home at 5, 6 o'clock, and I'll put it back on charge because I don't need it at home. If I do need to go out at night, I can still leave the watch on my wrist or whatever, and I can go out, come home at like whatever, 1, 2 in the morning, and it's still going to have like 15-20% charge left, so I can throw it on the charger and be good to go for the next day. But again, I don't think it'll get you through 2-3 days or whatever of watch to, usage. It'll just be the 1 day, and then you need to charge it up. What else I want to talk about here? I mean, in terms of what it does, again, Tizen's great. You can take phone calls on it, reply to texts, all the stuff the Apple Watch does, all the stuff Android Wear does. I just find it a little bit more intuitive with that rotating bezel. And do I recommend the S2? If you got an Android phone, hell yeah. I mean, this watch is awesome. I would pick this or, any Tizen OS watch over any Android Wear watch with my eyes closed. I know this might be, hurt some people's, opinion or whatever, but I think Android Wear sucks compared to Tizen, and that's what I'm going to stick at. I hated Android Wear when I had it on the Moto 360. Just useless software. There's not much you can do with it. Super buggy. This Tizen OS is awesome. There's no problems with it at all. And as you guys saw when I was showing through the watch and stuff, it's just super butter smooth. There's no lag, no delay anywhere. You just go in, you click your apps, whatever, you reply to your texts, and it's all done super quick. I'll show you guys what it looks like on the wrist. So as you guys can see here, I mean, it looks more of a sporty watch than anything else, in my opinion anyway, just because of those watch bands. But if it had metal bands, like if you could get like a nice metal band or a leather band, I think it'd look pretty solid. So anyways, guys, do I recommend the S2? Yes, again, yes, definitely. Would I recommend it over the S3? I think if you've got, again, same deal with the Apple Watch. If you've got the money to go for the higher up model, then do it. Go for it. Be a baller. Show everyone you're freaking rich. But if you're like me and you're not rich, and 2, you're not looking to blow money on $400 or $500 on a smartwatch, I'd get the S2 over the S3 any day. It does the same stuff, same basic things I need it to do. Sure, it doesn't look as nice, but that's some small price to pay. Considering the S3 is like almost 2-3 times the amount. It's nuts. So I'd say go with the S2 over the S3. But if you're a baller, if you got the money, then go for it. Go with the S3. Show off all that money you got. But I'm not like that, unfortunately. So it is what it is. Anyways, guys, this is pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, feel free to drop a like on it. If you like the stuff on the channel, feel free to subscribe. We're coming up to 1,000 subs. Maybe we passed it by the time this video goes live, but it is what it is. Anyways, guys, again, thank you guys so much for watching. Oh my goodness. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.